Hey, welcome back to the V Experience. Today we can get right into the video, but before we do, if you're enjoying these videos, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're still on the journey to 100 subscribers. We're almost there. We got this. Alright, let's get right into it. So I had some oats been laying around the pantry for a cool minute, so I decided why not do some oats and incorporate it into 3 different ways. So as you can see right now, we're just doing the basis of oats. It's very simple. All you need is oats of your choice, any kind of spices. I'm using cinnamon, pumpkin spice, and some Himalayan sea salt. However, you can use regular sea salt, you can use nutmeg, you can use some ginger, whatever your preference is. So we're going to just go ahead and mix that up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use some coconut oil. However, you can use olive oil, you can use plant-based butter, whatever fattening of choice. However, I like the coconut. To me, it has a natural, sweeter taste to it, and it's not so strong. It's very neutral. Next, I'll be adding some unsalted almond butter. That's the thing I like about the homemade version, that you have control on how much sugar, how much salt you want compared to your traditional granola that's usually high in sodium and added sugars. If you don't have almond butter and you have peanut butter, go ahead and use the peanut butter, or if you have any other seed butter of choice, go ahead and use that. Right now we're just trying to use our pantry items and get creative with them. I highly recommend to not skip this step. Make sure of whatever sweetener that you end up using is a liquid and not a solid. This, combined with the coconut oil or the plant-based butter or whatever fat of choice that you end up using, is going to act as a binder, help clump the granola together, and just in general enhance the taste, and of course sweeten it up a bit. Also, feel free to add any seeds, nuts, dried fruit of choice, and add it into this mixture. However, I just specifically wanted something very basic but still have some flavor, just for a go-to, as you're gonna see what I end up doing with it later on. Now we're going to evenly distribute the oats onto a baking sheet. We're going to make sure that there's a little bit of space in between, but not too much. We do want the oats to be together and clump, so the closer they are, the more likely it will clump. But if you want this more separated, make sure there's a little bit of space in between. So about halfway in, about 12-13 minutes, go ahead and flip over the oats and then put them back in, just so the other side can get a little bit toasty as well. And just like that, we just made some homemade granola. Bet you didn't realize how easy that was. I think I deserve a thumbs up and a subscribe. Alright, I'm going to show you 3 ways on how to enjoy it. Alright, option number 1 is cereal. What's the best way to start off the day like breakfast? Go ahead and add in some bananas, blueberries, whatever fruit of choice, and enjoy. Option number 2 is yogurt parfait. So you can have this as breakfast, you can have this as lunch, you can have this as a snack, you can have it as dessert, whatever you desire. So I use the So Delicious brand for the yogurt. However, you can make some chia pudding and you can replace the yogurt with that, or if you want to replace yogurt with ice cream or something, you can also do that. It's very versatile. However, the chia pudding wasn't done on time, so I ended up using yogurt and it still turned out fine. will definitely be doing more videos similar to this concept that will be quick, easy, inexpensive type of meals. So if there is something that you would like for me to make or try out, recommend it down below, and I will make sure I would incorporate that in my future videos. Oh my gosh, tell me that don't look good. Look at those layers. That look legit. That look like something you'll go in the store and you pay like almost $10 for. Alright, option number 3, we're going to be doing some apple crisp. So, we're going to use some pineapple juice. However, you can use lemon juice, you can use orange juice. This is what I had on hand and it still turned out fine. I'm going to use some arrowroot. Don't stress, go ahead and use the cornstarch. I just used arrowroot just because it has more nutritious value, such as more fiber and calcium, but it's still going to act as a thickening agent. Now it's time for our streusel layer. We're going to get our homemade granola, put that in a glass bowl, and then we're going to add some coconut oil and maple syrup. Yes, it already contains that. However, for our apple crisp, we want to make sure that it gets that consistency, that texture to actually like crisp. Okay, we don't want it to be soft or soggy or anything, or dry, I should say. And so this is going to really help just kind of solidify it and clump them together like I was talking about earlier, and kind of get that nostalgia of an apple pie just without the crust. Again, this is not apple pie, it is an apple crisp. So don't expect to get that whole full effect or experience like you would from an apple pie. However, this is still just as good, just a little bit on the lighter side. You can have this with ice cream and, you know, a sweet little treat, you know, that you don't really have to do too much. And just like that, it's done. That's simple. Thank you so much. If you're still tuned in watching the video, I will see you on the next one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.